Look at this. Look at that. That's how much fat drained out. I just wanted to see if I can do like a little video update on what went down today. Pretty interesting day. Nothing fantastic, but
fun. Throwing this ball is not easy.
I took some notes. We just had the car engine overhauled a few weeks ago, just before the mandatory quarantine. We got the car back just in time in the middle of the lockdown. So it was in the middle of the lockdown. We made arrangements with the mechanic to meet us at the checkpoint. They were pretty strict that you can't get in or out of the individual cities. So it just so happens that the mechanic, we decided to go with a mechanic that's near KF school, which is happens to be in Marikina. So the mechanic's shop is in Marikina. We live in San Mateo, and we had to cross that Marikina San Mateo checkpoint. So anyway, we got the car back. So that's been about a month and a half, maybe 2 months already that's passed. So it's been fine since. But yesterday or today, there was a couple of days ago there was a hissing sound after I turned off the engine. So I figured, okay, I'll be taking it back to the mechanic, but I didn't realize that I had to do it right away. So what happened was, a couple of days passed. KF and I even drove around just to keep the battery sort of charging, which is another problem that we had during the lockdown, that I noticed that the battery would die while it's parked in the garage for a couple of days doing nothing. We'd run the car a few times just to get the juices going and the battery going.
Go to the overhaul first and then I'll go back.
And then yesterday I decided to drive it around fine. It was okay. It still had that hissing sound. So I decided that this morning, I would take the car to the shop as early as I can. But as it happens, I slept late the night before, woke up late the next morning, which is today. And Vanessa woke me up saying, hey, are you still taking the car to the mechanic? Before you do that, if you don't mind, I'm just going to go take it out for a quick errand about one of her plants.
I'm gonna plant the ginger because it's freaking expensive.
What? Hey, don't say that word.
Sorry, because it's really expensive.
And I'm gonna plant my own crop too. Oh, could I help? Could I help, Mama?
So she took the car, she's out on the road, and then according to her, it just stopped. Like she's in the stoplight, and then it just the RPMs just died. It just stalled. Then after it stalled, Vanessa says on her way back home, it overheated. So she left the car. It just so happens to be just outside the subdivision, so she left it outside. The mechanic that had it overhauled was nice enough to come all the way over here from Marikina, so he could cross the checkpoint already. He went all the way back here to get the car. So happens that there was something wrong with the radiator hose. The car overheated, and Vanessa left it on this street corner. So the mechanic is back here now. Was kind enough to come all the way here. Right over there just happens to be a auto parts and services shop, so the guys need a radiator hose. Changed the radiator hose, dropped me off at home, and said that he needed to take the car back to his shop so he can have a really good look at it, and plus probably bring it back to the machine shop that helped him fix the engine. So that's it. So now we don't have a car. That's the first update. The other update that I just wanted to mention was after that I cooked. It's a pretty big deal because it's picadillo. It's picadillo with potatoes. It's something that I used to eat a lot before. It was one of my childhood favorites aside from sinigang. Car's at the mechanic. I didn't actually have to go to the mechanic because he actually went here. So now I have some time to cook. It's a recipe that I just learned on YouTube. Let's see if we can do it. This is ground beef that has been cooking for the past couple of minutes. Obviously still not done. I can smell the blood. pretty. Can you guys hear that dog? Sorry. Anyway, so it's a pretty big deal because, you know, after I cooked it, I realized, wait, hold on a second. I used to eat this a lot when I was a kid. So it's so nice to be able to, you know, make something for yourself, especially something that you used to eat a lot when you were a kid. I feel like I'm providing for the family. The other thing is I also have not been able to call Kolin. Well, as it turns out, we didn't use it for like 6 months, and then some pressure built up in one of the tubes or hoses also, and that kind of cranked up, and we got this E3 error on the machine, and now they're saying they have to change the whole board, and that whole thing is going to cost a lot of money. So we had like third-party sort of air conditioning fixers, repairmen do that, come over, and I said, I don't know, we probably need to call the original Kolin installers to do that, because we had some issue with that before, so we figured we'd have it done by the company themselves and not a third-party air conditioning repair guy. So we'll see how that goes. And but basically what I'm saying is that, you know, this whole office doesn't have any air conditioning at the moment, and that whole kind of drama. See if we can do something about that warranty just to get it running again. Otherwise, right now it's just basically paperweight up on the roof. That's it. I just wanted to see if I can make sort of this updated video vlog today and see how it goes. I'll keep you posted if there's any developments in any of those stories.